Hello, greeting everyone. It's me, Jivan Dhakal. I would like to say Happy Holi to everyone. Okay, today it is the great festival of Nepal, the colorful festival of Nepal, Holi. And today we have our special personality, our guest, uh, an English language teacher, Tara Chandra Yogi. At first, I would like to welcome our Tara sir. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Today we are going to talk about the education in boarding schools and the community schools. Okay, and you know that the interest of the guardians, the intention of the guardians is going to be increasing day by day in boarding school. Okay, and although they have to spend lots of money, they send their children to the boarding school. Okay, and
Yes.
uh, we know that the teachers of community school, okay, they are so qualified, they are so experienced, they are also certified by the that teacher service commission, but the children are not sent to the community school. That is one problem in our country. Okay, and what is your opinion regarding the education, the teaching in boarding school and the community school, in your opinion?
Okay. First of all, I would like to extend my best wishes on the occasion of holiday to everyone who is watching us. And secondly, as far as it is your question, why people are sending to the boarding schools, spending so much heavy amount. The reason behind are many, but what I think that the first reason is that it has become a fashion. It has become a fashion to send the children to the boarding schools. So many people in the society, they do a kind of comparison, and because of that comparison, they send. One reason is that, and so many other reasons, because there is good management also in boarding schools rather than community schools. And is a fashion. The first thing is a fashion that somebody is sending his or her children to the school. Then why shouldn't I? This is the reason, sir.
In your opinion, what might be the reason the guardians, okay, the guardians are sending their children to the boarding school in spite of spending lots of money, much money? What might be reason behind this?
You see, everybody knows that there are two kinds of schools in our society, in our country. That one is government community school that is run by government, and another kind of schools are private boarding schools. They are run by some organizations like Pepson and Pepsons.
Yes, sir.
And as far as the question of sending, why they are spending so much money and sending their children to the public to the private schools, and they do not send their children, or they do not like to send their children to the government school or community schools. So there are many reasons. The most important reason is that they believe that the management of the school atmosphere, like infrastructures, discipline, and so many other things are better than the community school.
Yeah.
This is one kind of belief in the people, and in somehow it is also seen when we compare the student of a community school and the student of any boarding schools. Or we can easily do that.
Yeah.
On the way, we find that the government school students are also walking on the road, and the students of boarding school also walk on the road. The difference is quite visible there. But this is one reason, that good management in the boarding school is that one side. And if we see the government school, there too, in many schools, the condition of management is not bad, but in some schools, maybe there are some mismanagement in boarding in community schools. Another reason is that it has become a belief, a kind of thinking in the mind of the public, that if they send their children to the boarding schools or English medium schools, the career and the future of their children will be bright. And on the other hand, if they send their children to the community school or government school, and there is less possibility of getting a high kind of education, and the future and the career will also not be very good. So these two reasons are comparatively seen. And in the same way, mm, another reason is also there. The third reason is that uh, public or everybody wants that his or her child should be disciplined, should be good in English. And they believe that only boarding schools, only English medium schools, or the public private schools are the source of English speaking, English atmosphere, and discipline. Although the reality can be different, but their belief is that if they send their children to the English medium schools or any private school, the children will be nice in English language, and they will be quite disciplined too. But because it is usually seen too, because in community schools we find that students are outside of the school, and they sometimes they are found on the road also. There is no one to keep control of them. But in boarding schools and English medium schools, I too have found that there is quite on a strict discipline. You will not find the children outside of the school building in out time. Okay, in the school time, you will not find them outside the building. So that caring and that kind of belief that English atmosphere is there, children will be disciplined there. There are a few reasons why people, after spending so much money to bearing such a heavy expense to, they are sending their children to the boarding schools. This is the few reasons are there.
Yes, sir. We know that I also taught in boarding school. You have also taught in boarding school, okay? And
Yes.
when I was teaching in boarding school, and at
Yes.
that time I was studying in bachelor second year, okay?
Yes.
And that
Yes.
time I was teaching, or I was an English teacher in secondary level, and I was believed. Okay, I was taken as a good English teacher at that time. But
Hmm.
now, I am teaching here. At that time when I was teaching in boarding school, my students also used to get good marks in exam. Okay, and they were good in English. But my energy is same. My intention is same. I am active. That I was in boarding school. But the quality of education, the result of the that students is, I think that is not like that I saw in boarding school. Okay, what might be the reason behind this? Or is there any that less responsibility of the guardian or any administration?
Okay. Yes. Your question seems as if you want a kind of comparative study of boarding schools and community schools. Well, very frankly speaking, that in boarding schools and English medium schools, what happens? A guardian pays money.
Yeah.
Not only a heavy amount a guardian pays to the boarding schools, English medium schools, right?
Yeah.
And other expenses are there. For example, uniform is compulsory.
Yeah.
Books are so many books are there. They too are very expensive. Books are
Yeah.
not made available by the English medium schools. In the same way, so many expenses are there. Even then, teachers, children, people are sending their children, and their result too shows that they are not bad. I mean, English medium schools are not bad because their result is also high in
Yeah.
comparison to community schools. There are many reasons behind these things, because one thing is that the guardians are divided into two parts.
Yeah.
Very frankly speaking, one kind of guardians are those who are financially very weak.
Yeah.
They are struggling for their livelihood. They are totally busy only earning mouth and to mouth only. their economic condition is not good. They don't have good houses. They don't have good atmosphere at home. They are living for today only. They think that tomorrow it's not sure whether they will live tomorrow or not, because they don't have any source of good earning. On the other hand, I feel, well, on the other hand, that another type of guardians who has got a permanent source of income. Either they are government job holders, or they are landlords, or they are businessmen. This all shows that the guardians are divided into two parts. One, that poor people, financially poor, I mean to say. Another, financially well-maintained guardians. So the homely atmosphere, the economic condition to affect the learning and teaching. Well, so what happens? One body who is sending his or her children to the government to the private school means his economic condition is good. His homely atmosphere is also good. He might be having pakka house, I mean cemented house. He might be having enough other infrastructures at home for controlling his children. In the same way, his income is regular. And what happens? So they are paying more money and sending to the government, to the boarding school, English medium school. And on the other side of English school too, from what do they? Because they are taking money from there. They are taking money from the guardians. So they use that money for the welfare of the children. They too, boarding schools to spend enough money for their candidates. They have good buildings, they have good infrastructures, and they have good management. For example, drinking water, toilets, some extra curricular activities to they perform very nicely, because they have strong support, financial support from their guardians. If you see the government school and community school, what happens? In community schools, guardians are themselves financially very poor. If you go and visit to their houses, you will find that they do not have concrete house or cemented house. They have small huts. They belong to the villages. Their financial condition is not good because they don't have a regular source of income. And mostly parents who are sending their children to the private schools are themselves educated. And those who are sending to the government schools are semi-literate, I think, not very literate person. That's why there are two reasons. The government school students do not find nutritious food. They do not find good homely atmosphere. They do not get enough enough support from their family. Nobody is there to teach there at home. They can't afford the tuition expenses. But on the other hand, what happens? Because the student of English medium schools are well financially strong. Their parents are educated. They have good management at home. So what happens? You can compare. I will give you one example. There is one tree that is on the ground, open ground. Nobody is there to give to water that plant. No protection is there for that plant. Another tree is there that is in the garden, and there is one buddy who is every day looking after that tree and watering the plant, and there is enough management of its safety. So if you see the growth of both the trees, you will find that the tree which is in the open field, which does not get water, nobody waters that, and another tree where there is good management of watering, good management of protection, you will find that the tree which is inside the garden gets growth very rapidly and becomes a big tree very soon. It does not take much time. The same thing happened with the person. A student of government school, a student of English medium school, if you see their condition, you will find the difference. Totally in short, what I would like to say, the students who read in the government school are financially very weak. They do not get support at home. Even their mental condition is not good because there is always crisis of money. On the other hand, the student who reads in English medium school has good atmosphere at home. Their parents are careful. There is investing lot of money. So definitely the student, the result will different. The result of a community school and the result of a private boarding school will be different, definitely different, because the activities are different, the situation is different, circumstances are different. So we cannot compare. But what I would like to suggest that some community schools are also good. Okay, this is the your answer. Your question was that no, what that why people are sending in government school or boarding school, why they do not like to send their students to the community school. I think this question answer my answer fulfills your
Uh,
his answer fulfills.
yes,
Yes.
sir. Our the government of Nepal also has provided the free education. Okay,
Mm.
and there is the contribution, there is the investment of the government in teacher salary and other in different facilities also. But the education the quality of education is low. It means you mean that the only the teacher is not only the teacher is not enough. Okay, there is also the role of teachers, guardians, okay, management committee. There should be what infrastructure also, according to you. Okay, are the students who are studying in boarding school really benefited? What is your
How?
opinion?
Yes, this is the very nice and very reasonable question.
Yes, sir.
What I believe that
Yeah.
learning depends upon so many things, and one of them is your commitment.
Yeah.
Yes, if a student of a government school commits that he
Yeah.
will do better, I'm sure he can do.
Yeah.
In the same way, I have seen so many students from English medium schools failure in society. It's not only school that determines the career of a learner. School, because career and learning depends upon so many things. There should be at least three parts. There should be three aspects must be there in a learning. One, the student itself. That second is guardian. Third is school. I mean teachers. So if you see government schools, there in government school too, nice management of infrastructure I see, because government is investing a lot of money on community schools too. For example, if you see the salary of a government school teacher and the salary of an English medium schools teacher, there is vast difference. They are not comparable. So if the teacher is getting a strong salary, desirable salary in government school, and on the other hand, the teacher in English medium school is not being paid strong salary, even then the result is nice in public school or private school. There is one reason, single one reason is that there is good management, good supervision in boarding schools. In Sarkari school, in my community schools, what is there? Everything is there. Teachers are highly qualified trained teachers because they pass the TSC examination, teacher selection commissions examination. It means they're certified teachers. They're well experienced teachers, and they get enough salary too. They have qualified TSC examination. They have good experience, and they get good salary. Then even then, and the management is also not bad. For example, building is there in government. Our government is investing a lot of money on buildings, furnitures, labs, internet is also in government schools.
Yeah.
Teachers are highly qualified trained. Then what is wrong with them? What is lacking there? The lacking is, in my opinion, is only supervision. Only supervision, because there is not a strong body. Although there is management committee, but those the chief of the management too does not belong to the education sector. He doesn't know himself what to do, what not to do. He is after the what principal, head teacher of the government school. because he is himself, he himself does not have any experience, or he is not from the same field. He is not from teaching field. Right? Suppose Ram Bahadur is the chairperson of any boarding school, and he is a tailor. A tailor is the chief of the management committee of a boarding school, or of a government school, community school. Okay, so what can he do? He knows only how to cut cloths. Okay, he does not know anything about what to say, the controlling the staff. He doesn't have any idea how to do something better, something new in the school. So what will he do? He will go after what the head teacher will say. So that this is the reason. So if you say that there is management committee in the community schools, so it should do supervision then the school, in the school. It should look up to the school. So I'm not satisfied with your this answer, because management committee, mostly management committee are just after the head teachers. Some of the head teachers might get angry when they listen to me, but this is the reality why I feel. Okay, because the chief, the management committee chief is not from from that related field, because either he should be any ex-teacher, retired teacher. If the head of the chief of the management committee is any retired teacher, any retired advocate, any scientist, then what would happen? What would happen? Because he is from that from teaching sector, from learning sectors, so he might get some ideas. He might have some control over the teachers, over the systems, but it does not happen, because an advocate's son does not go to the community school. An engineer's son does not go to the community school. And in my opinion, they have to do nothing with community school, because community school has been just for poor people. That place, or for those people who are in the villages, those people who are in the mountains. Those those community schools are not for businessmen. Those community schools are not for scientists. Those community schools are not for ministers' children, because they have already, what to say, mad a kind of mentality. अरे मेरो छोरो सरकारी स्कुल जान्छ किन? I have enough money. I'll send my son to the very reputed Saint Xavier in Kathmandu, India, in board, China, or in America. Why will I send my son to the community school? So this kind of mentality is there. So only, what do I say? In community school, there is lack of hard and strict supervision. And two things: if hard, strict supervision is there, and some motivational activities are also there, and teachers are well qualified, teachers are well educated, if they are motivated, and there is strict supervision in community schools, I'm very sure that 50% improvement will be there in government schools. But another fact, the economic condition. If for that also government has done, because in our community schools, no admission fee, no, because student does not have to buy books up to 12th class. Books are free, admission is free, book is free, teaching tuition fee is also free. Furnitures are there, buildings are there, hand pipes are there, toilets are there, internet is there, electricity is there, good and highly trained teachers are there. Then what is lacking there? This is my question, and the answer is single one: hard and strict supervision is required in community school. And if the question comes, how these boarding schools are getting developed, why the result of boarding school is good, one of the main factor is their strict supervision. There is one body who is looking after them, after their every activity. But if you could see that are the boarding guardians of English medium school really benefited? If you put this question, are the students of boarding schools or English medium school are really benefited, then
Yeah.
I'm little bit confused. Why?
Yeah.
Confused in the sense, you are paying of 1,000 rupees. You paid 1,000 rupees, okay, and to buy any good. Suppose 1 kilo of sugar you buy in 500. Okay, you paid 500, and you wanted 1 kg of sugar, but at home, when you reached at home, you find it that it was not of 1 kg. It was only 750 gram, 500 750 gram only. Then it is cheating. The same thing is happening in boarding school, what I believe, because expense is high. Huh? On the comparison of what they are paying, the input is very less, because discipline, what I see, the government schools discipline is only in the school, it's
Mhm.
not outside. I see
So,
many children, okay,
mm, so
their discipline is not seen.
yeah, yeah,
Neither they can speak fluently. Some,
yeah,
except some of the students, all of them do not speak fluently. Otherwise, there are many schools, boarding schools, you can go and check them.
yeah.
They can tell what they have gotten.
Yeah. And so who are responsible,
Madam?
or who are responsible, or who must be responsible for improving the quality of education in community education? Who are responsible? Who
So,
must be educated?
your answer, your question, this question is also very important. Look, there are
Yeah.
many duties of a citizen.
Yeah.
Government, a nation provides shelter place for a dweller, for a person who is living in the country, or can say that citizen. Okay, government is providing your protection. Government is providing you health facilities.
Yeah.
Government is providing you education. Lot of things government is providing. Then the duty of a citizen also must be there. So duties we can divide in different parts. For example, moral duties, moral duty of a citizen, of a person. In the same way, his the duty of the social, a moral duty, the duty of a society too. So what I feel that for the improvement of a government school, every what a part of our society, every person from different sectors, for example, our society should also play a very important role. In the same way, the management committee, I said, should be more careful. Or what I say, it is better if the member of the management committee of a community school um, belong to the intellectual sector. I mean, they must be at least degree holders.
Mhm.
Because if they are highly educated, trained person, then what happens? They know where is the leakage, and they can easily repair that portion of leakage where it is leaking. So the leakage, if the leakage is stopped, then it can be controlled. So the duty goes of society, duty goes of the management committee, and the most important thing is itself the student. A student should be always motivated, and the most another most important thing is the family. Family is the first school. Parents are the first teachers. Well, the family members, elder people should convince their children, Babu, you are going to school. You have to do a lot of things. You are my, you are my dream. You have to work longer. This way, if they are not motivated at home by the parents, and all the required things are provided to a child or to a learner, even the atmosphere, okay. but
Okay.
but what I see, the main problem is in the family. The parents are not, guardians are not responsible. What they say, I'm sending to school, I'm paying the money fee, then what can I do? It's not like that. If you want that your child should study till 11 o'clock at night, then one of you, father or mother, will have to be awakened with the child, with the student, otherwise he will not read. So this way the school is administrative school administration, management committee, student itself, and parents. And if it is possible, if the society of a local area, the people, they support, they pay full attention and strict supervision from the related body of education department, then I think community school will be fine.
Okay, you have also included most of the things. I would like to ask you one question. And what is
Mhm.
your, you have already told, but only tell us only two or three suggestions. What should the
Mhm.
community school do to improve the quality of education? Only in short, we have lack of time.
Okay, doesn't matter. If you mean to the what the school should do,
Yeah.
community school means who? This is the question. School means who? School means I think principal, head teacher,
Yeah.
and head teacher should take support, cooperation of his staff and management committee too. So if the head teacher wants, everything can happen. Can is possible. I'm sure. I'm sure if head teacher is committed, uh, then he can do that.
Yeah.
Because management committee is also in his hand. He is quite attached with the educational sector of his division, educational sector of his municipality or rural municipality. And
Yeah.
head teacher is directly connected with the guardian too. And he is that's why if head teacher
Yeah.
tries and and the management committee tries, then I think that school can be good, because supervision from outside is little bit not possible regularly. But management committee, there are 4 5 7 people are there. If they are serious, they can even handle the head teacher too. How? If they believe their head teacher or teachers are not doing, they can hire some highly qualified intellectual person from other side to make a supervision, to visit that school. भाइ मेरो स्कुलमा यस्तो भएछ, तपाईहरु आउनुस् एकचोटि हेर्नुस्, मलाई सल्लाह दिनुस्. This way, if the management committee invites some intellectual people from universities from other places, they will come. They will come, they will visit the school, they will see the atmosphere, they will see the infrastructures, they will make a kind of report. And that, according to that report, that school management committee can make some improvement. But the interest of head teacher is must. If head teacher is interested, he can convince his teachers too. He can convince his guardians, he can convince management committee, this much.
Okay,
So
sir.
in boarding schools,
Yes, sir. We
in
are.
boarding schools, honor is the supervisor. Supervisor, he does, because he has invested money. But in government school, either head teacher or management committee or the related department should do supervision and take care. This much.
Okay, sir. We are nearly at the end of our
Yes.
program. Okay. You have last question. Okay. And what is your suggestion to the public regarding sending their children to the boarding school and community school? It is your last question. Only we have only 5 minutes.
Yes, very nice question, sir. Okay. One thing, if anybody is sending his child to the boarding school just because he want to show his wealth,
Yeah.
just because his neighbor is sending the child to the English medium school, that is bad. Because financial condition is very much important. If you are sending your child for 5 years, for 3 years only, and after that if you have to come back with your child to the community school, that's not good. But if you think that you have enough money, you can support him for always, then you can send to the boarding schools. That's not a matter. But sending to the boarding school does not mean that community schools are useless.
Yeah.
Because you can do a lot of things. There is management committee. Nobody will stop you. Go to the school anytime. See the principal, see the head teacher, see the management committee. Put your problems. Come to the contact of the teachers and manage at home. I think community school is better than English medium schools, because teaching depends upon students and teachers. Teachers are highly qualified, trained from TSC. Salary is also good. Enough infrastructure, enough investment is there of government. This much only.
Thank you.
This is my suggestion for the public.
Thank you so much, Ara sir.
That is.
And we are at the end, okay?
Mm.
And now it is our
Okay.
part, okay? And I would like to tell you,
Mhm.
would like to thank you for your
Well,
wonderful suggestion and wonderful that reply, okay? And I would like to thank. And what do you want to tell from your side regarding
from
this
one
topic?
side, first of all, I would like to thank you also because you have given a platform to me to
Yeah.
expose myself. I know that education is must.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to send their child to the school, and the schools determines the careers too. So if we pass this kind of informations and knowledges to the public, they will decide themselves. Decision is up there. But what I would like to say at last too, please send your children to the community schools. And good, you have enough right to visit government school anytime. Nobody will stop you.
Yeah.
Take care at home your child, and make a good atmosphere at home. But with this, I would like to say this also, that boarding schools, English medium schools are also doing very nice. I would like to thank them too, because contribution of government school and boarding schools both is same, and the target is also same, because the target is to make an able, qualified, highly trained manpower, to generate manpower. The same thing is being done by the private schools too and community school too. But if your financial condition is not good, then send to the government school and make good supervision. See at home the child yourself and visit to school. Both the schools are nice.
So thank you so much, sir. We should depart now, and goodbye, and have a nice day. Okay,
Okay.
have a nice, wonderful day. Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Okay, same to you, and same to the public too.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay.